Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of a LUMINOUS 4K screen paint using ambient light projection, technology gain times 2, 3, and 5. And I'm going to be honest with you. This technology, Superior, having the ability to produce white levels and black levels at the same time, could very well obsolete some of our technology. And I mean as in that silvery clips, because it's a gray screen. It was designed to basically produce white levels and black levels at the same time. But keep in mind, nothing is going to be higher when it comes to black contrast than black. That's all to it. And right now, as like I'm saying, I'm doing these demonstrations, and just keep in mind this is some this is bare silver screen, which I should have mentioned before, but I'm gonna keep you guys guessing. So that's bare silver screen. This is some screen paint that I ordered. All right. Now keep in mind that both of these screens are way lighter. Of course, we can see, we all know colors, way lighter than the black screen, right? So they're going to produce higher white levels than the black screen. The black screen should produce lower white levels due to the fact that it's black. But the black is going to be to produce higher contrast because it's a black screen and it has better contrast than both these screens together. Alright, so with that being said, like I said, the silvery clips can't hold a candle to this technology because literally it has such a high white level and it has a black level. It does both, where it pretty much obsoletes any kind of gray or light gray screen. It just does. Now the projector I'm using is 4200 lumens. I want to give enough power, so bottom line is these two screens have a fighting chance, and we're doing this in a fully lit environment. Now one of the things I want to explain out crystal clear, when you watch demonstrations, I have noticed in time, I've always noticed this, when anytime someone's using a screen paint of these two shades, they're always use high bright colors when it comes to doing any form of somewhat ambient light projection demonstration. They will never use dark contrast because dark contrast will fade like crazy in a well-lit environment with some of these poor screen paints and projection screens. When it comes to doing demonstrations with them showing off the technology in black or doing any kind of black contrast or black contrast video demonstration, they will always do this with the lights out to get the best that they can possibly get from the screen. Well, I'm just showing you the entire demonstration with the lights on. Alright, so first things first is remove what's blocking our projector. We're going to show off first. I'm not going to show this first. We're going to go back and I'm going to show you a demonstration using contrast. We'll bring the camera up nice and close. Now, of course, it's a given that a black screen is going to produce better contrast any given time than any one of these two screens. This is why when you watch a lot of these demonstrations with these kind of shades of colors and screens, it's always done in the dark because that's the only way the screen is going to be able to give up a decent picture. And keep in mind, my projector is 4200 lumens. Now the screen behind it is our gamer paint. Our gamer paint is pretty dark. Actually, our gamer paint is kind of a purplish kind of color. It's an interesting color. Now, last video for today, I will be taking this outside to show you the advantage points of the Superior. And keep in mind, I say keep in mind a lot. I'm going to be upfront with you. None of our screens have the ability to produce images outside. Now, in certain daytime hours, yeah, we're talking about around 6 o'clock, or I've got screens that will basically show up around 6. I'm saying none of it, around 6 o'clock, around 6 o'clock, let's take it around 7 to 8. 7 to 8, I got screens that'll show up. But you're talking about 4 o'clock in the evening, 5 o'clock in the evening, 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the morning. No, they don't pick up. They can pick up outside, just not on those certain hours. Now you see where these screens may be able to produce beautiful bright images, but they lack in contrast. And this is why they're faded here and here. Now, like I said, if I turned out all the lights, they would show up. It would look like a much better screen. Now, like I said, because this technology has the ability to produce both white levels and black levels, that pretty much obsoletes the Eclipse Silver, or Silver Eclipse. It does. Look at this. Now this is the part I was talking about the most. Now keep in mind, like I said, these two screens being a lighter color will be able to produce higher white levels. But check out the black screen in the center. It's producing contrast and white levels at the same time. This is faded. That's faded. It's dull right here. This is why when I show you these demonstrations, I show you step by step the difference between our technology and everything else there on the market. And keep in mind, this is all being done in a fully lit environment. My projector, I'm going to show you my projector sitting. My projector sits back, it's sitting back somewhere between 12 feet back from the screen. And this is a black screen that's pushing off this kind of white level. Now you see where these screens start lacking? Now, as I said before, the only way in a demonstration when someone's using a lighter screen such as these two shades right here, they will always use it on something nice and bright because that's the only way the image is going to be able to show in a fully lit environment. They can't use a dark contrast video. So they can't go back and say, hey look, I'm going to do this video right here and it's going to look the same way with all the lights on. No, it's going to fade. Now usually when they do a video like this, the lights will be out, because the only way the screen's going to be to show a decent picture. But when the lights are on and they're trying to say, hey look, my screen has ambient light projection technology, it can be used in a fully lit environment with the lights on, they will use brighter demonstrations because these will fade less. These are little tricks that I see in a lot of demonstrations. But if you notice, the black screen keeps amazing white level and contrast in a fully lit environment with no problem. This is what makes this technology considered to be superior. The screen behind it is gamer. That's the gamer paint. And the black screen produces a higher and brighter white level than the gamer. Now look, I'm going to cover this up for a minute. You can see all these screens are lighter than that black screen. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video demonstration. I am Kenneth Bird from LUMINOUS 4K Screen Paint using ambient light projection, technology gain times 2, 3, and 5. The projection screen packagers, K and A, home cinema in a box, will be actually available now. Actually, one of them sold. The projector right here, the Panasonic, already sold, and we already got interest and buyers for the Christie. That's going to be going very soon also. We will be having in some short throw, long throw projectors and 3D projectors for those who've been asking. They will come packed with the screen paint, including, let me show you the labels, the labels for our LUMINOUS you got that wrong, LUMINOUS Superior Ambient Light Projection Cinema. So this is the new screen paint right here. All right, thank you all for your time, and God bless. Next demonstration and last demonstration outside.